All right, so now that you've practiced shading two rounded objects, shading a flat object, well, flat by being that there are flat sides, even though it's three-dimensional, will be a little bit easier. So again, the shadow is going over to this right side. So the light is in the upper left-hand corner. We can pretend it's even a little bit higher. It's just running into the shadow of the sphere. So that means that the top of the cube is going to be where our highlight is located. The opposite side, this right side, is going to be where the core shadow is located, and that reflective light is going to go along the edge and corner here, making it just a little bit lighter. And then this side, this third side, some light is going to be hitting it, but not much. So it's going to be our medium value. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my core shadow, or my darkest edge, and I'm going to shade up and down vertically. Use small, short, controlled motions around the edges of your form. Overlapping your pencil marks as you shade. And no side of a cube is going to be completely flat, same value. There will be some variations in value. So the core shadow is going to be darkest along that top edge and along the left edge where it would turn to this left side. And then as it moves sort of at a diagonal to the opposite corner, it's going to lighten up just a little bit for the reflective light. So lighten it up just a little bit to a medium dark value. Go back over your core shadow if you need to darken it up. Then I'm going to move over to my medium side. It might be just maybe a little darker along the back corner. So for the medium side here, just continue shading that medium value. Now imagine if there were not these black lines on the worksheet, you would want the values to be showing the different sides in the form of the cube, not the outlines. So make sure that you have some contrast along the edges where one edge meets another edge. Then on where the highlighted side is, just use a really light touch to almost match that light value you created. It might be a little bit more of a medium light in the back corner, just because it's farther away from where we can see it. And then I'm just lightening it up, blending it into the white of the paper. And I'm actually going to lighten that up just a little bit with my eraser. Then we have our shadow. So again, make sure that your shadow is darkest along the edge of the object. So by having that little bit of reflected light, it makes it show that where the shadow is compared to the object. And then again, your shadow will get just a little bit lighter and less defined as it gets farther away from the object. And that is shading the cube.